As the constipation queen, Jules, what has worked the best?
Matcha.
Really?
That's what I do every morning. I drink matcha or coffee, and then I just. But sometimes.
You're a woman of few words, but when you speak it, you really make it count.
Slugs, I am so excited to share with you that I am acting on a scripted podcast that is exclusively available on Audible. It's called Very Unbecoming, and if you like the show, I know you will love it. Check it out. I also have a solo podcast available at estersgrouptherapy.substack.com, linked below, and Chicago, San Francisco, Vancouver. I will be in those cities, and I think you can get tickets somewhere, probably the link in my Instagram bio. I can't wait to see you guys. That'll all be happening in the new year.
You guys see Esther's beautiful hair?
Who, me?
That's because
Ebb Ocean Club?
Ebb Ocean Club is clean hair care for everybody. It's a brand that I launched this year. Go to ebboceanclub.com or follow Ebb Ocean Club on Instagram.
I love it so much. I keep it at my parents' house. I keep it in my bathroom. It makes me feel like I'm a little ocean princess. So thank you for inventing it for me personally.
You're very welcome. Go to Ebb Ocean Club or at Ebb Ocean Club on Instagram.
Start your free online visit today at forhers.com/Trash Tuesday. That's forhers.com/Trash Tuesday for your personalized weight loss treatments. Forhers.com/Trash Tuesday. Hers weight loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded. Well, welcome back, Chelsea
Thank you.
Peretti.
Thank you.
Also 200th episode, guys.
Oh my goodness, what an honor.
Yeah.
What an honor. Congrats.
Handpicked our favorite guests, truly our favorite guests.
Really.
I mean, come on.
You
know that.
Listen, a repeat podcast appearance.
We're very
I clearly
lucky.
enjoyed myself as well.
Or the lighting.
And what I'm realizing, it's like, actually, this is how you hang out with people. It's like in LA, you have to like kind of pitch a project. If you want to see your friends, you're like, should we get together to write? And then they'll actually show up.
Are you traumatized by the last time we hung out and how I was in a zombie catatonic new mom state?
No.
You're
no.
not traumatized by
Look how
that?
tender I am when you ask that. No. Being a new mom is a whole journey.
Okay. Well, you didn't walk away like, wow, she's not doing good.
I mean, I don't know what I wasn't sure what was going on, but like you didn't seem like you were like, the baby's in danger. But I did feel like you seemed like, maybe a little listless.
Listless. Well, she has chicken pox.
I don't
What?
have chicken pox.
Show me your body.
You would go to like a chicken pox party.
I would. No, I got chicken pox at Disney World like all the other little kids.
Wait, can you show us? What
Oh my God, what is
I
that?
woke up in the middle of the night. I'm like, I have chicken pox. I'm like itching. I Googled chicken pox, but it's not. It's
It would be, what is it,
Hush.
rickets or whatever. When it comes back when you're old, it's not rickets.
no, it's shingles.
Scabies.
Shingles.
I've already
Oh.
had shingles, so
You
it's
did
not.
not.
That.
That's for like people in their elder years.
I had it at 25.
How?
I was really stressed out. It was because I first started. When I was 25 was the first time I had coffee, and I think that gave me shingles. Because I got really
What?
excited about coffee and like how it made me feel, and I think that gave me stress.
Where
But
did you get it? What part of your
shingles,
body? Yeah.
I had it like this.
Wait, but your chicken pox now is all the way up to your armpit.
Yeah, I have it all over, but it's bug bites. I changed my sheets.
Okay, that was
Bug
my next
bites?
question. Yeah.
I don't know. That seems like bed bugs or something, right?
I think so. That's what I was wondering and afraid of was bed bugs. In which case we have to burn this whole studio
But
down.
Dave doesn't have any bites.
But does he
But he
sleep?
lies about his ailments.
Bed bugs don't bite men. I was gonna see if you would believe me, but it's too pointed.
How often do you change your sheets?
Wow, we're starting out with a bang. Esther, how often do you change your sheets?
Okay, first you guys go.
I don't. I don't handle that.
But how often does it get handled?
No idea.
Really?
I was honestly thinking about that today. Like, should I ask? And then I was like, who cares? They seem pretty clean. You know?
I'm a once a weeker. Once 1.5. What about you, Jules?
Once a month.
Oh yeah, once a month. Young.
Yeah.
I think I'm still on my teen. I'm in my teen era when it comes to sheets.
So what's that?
Definitely once a month. But if I wake up with a lot of bites or Donut brought a lot of like dust into the bed and sand, maybe the next day I'll throw a load in. I don't know.
They love bringing that stuff into the bed, the dogs.
Yeah. Does your dog sleep in your bed?
No.
What?
I know you look like you had like hoped you had a friend in that. I think first of all, even small dogs can just take up the whole bed. Like it's crazy, and I can't deal with that. Like I can't cuddle someone and fall asleep. That stands for humans and dogs. Like I need to be in my own little sleep chamber.
Yeah.
But I do have his bed at the foot of our bed.
Oh,
On a bench. Is that acceptable? Is that nurturing?
I think so.
Yet boundaries. So first of all, I brought this because I felt like you would like it, Esther.
What is it?
This is cinnamon snickerdoodle nut butter. I brought you one as well. Sorry, I didn't know you were going to be here.
It's okay.
Here, we
my
can taste
bad.
it, Jules,
Where did you
together.
get this?
I felt like I could see you sucking that down. I got it at a little known shop. I also brought a passion fruit chocolate bar.
That I might
That's
be into.
so
I thought about your
weird.
fruit loves, as well as a strawberry chocolate bar.
That's so
Strawberry dark
strange.
chocolate.
Wow. This one might be the winner, though.
Yeah,
the
but I
Lilikoi.
don't know. Strawberry could be good. You never know. And then I, of course, brought 2 scones.
From where?
Proof.
I love fruit.
I've never had their scones, though, so I don't know. They're walnut ginger. Interesting flavor combo.
Interesting. I recently did have a ginger scone and was pleasantly surprised by it. Now,
Interesting.
Proof is a bakery where there's always a long line.
Yeah.
So these should be a good scone.
Yeah.
What
Have
do
you
you
ev-
get at Proof? I
I've
get the
never been
little
because the line is too long.
bocadillo sandwiches.
The
there.
little baguettes, we call
Yeah,
them.
the baguettes.
Should we have a scone showdown?
Why not?
I'm just really into this Lilikoi, but we'll see.
Look how many lipsticks were in my pocket.
That's a mad woman.
Four liners and 3 lips.
Are those all currently present on the
I think
face?
so. I'm having like a bit of a breakdown.
Say more?
I wore my trench coat. I'm like, you know what? I just got this on a sale, and I was like, I've worn it to everything I've been to, and I just started feeling like a school shooter. I'm like, I need to take this off. And then makeup wise, I'm going back to the waterline. I don't know.
Did the waterline just disappear for a few years? Was that it?
For I think decades.
Yeah, and I don't know why, because I've always loved I love a waterline. Oh, but it is not good for you.
Is it?
Oh,
Right?
dead by the end of the episode. I don't know. Nothing really is. We're all full
Yeah.
of plastic. It's like,
Yeah.
Do the young kids do waterline, Jules?
I haven't seen anyone do the water line.
Have I been just waterlining all these years and no one's told me?
why did I do it? Why did I do it?
Wait, nobody's
Oh, I
had
saw it.
any of
I
this.
saw someone do it online, of course. That's why.
Oh.
Why do you do
TikTok?
anything?
No one else is trying the passion fruit chocolate?
try
I
it.
just needed her to open it, but then she passed it to you.
Oh. Sorry. By the way, this is pretty rude of you because I don't think fruit is really a dessert. I think fruit flavor.
That's not fruit. It's chocolate. It's not. I mean, there's no way. No doctor would be like, eat that. It's fruit.
But it's a fruit flavored chocolate. How is this even chocolate?
I don't know. It
like
also
that.
looks like white chocolate, which is not really chocolate.
It's good.
It's very good.
It's very good. Esther, fruit's not dessert. Like any fruit.
Everyone hold on.
It's interesting though.
Yeah, see?
I
You
don't
both
know.
are so quick to go, it's good, but now interesting.
Well, I liked the tart, but then it almost has like a tea flavor.
it almost feels like it's
And like,
too much like a fruit.
whatever. That's enough. That's enough of that. I would never eat it again. It's an interesting. Gives us a few minutes of content. That's all you could really ask for.
What do you think?
It's really
No,
sour.
I don't like it.
Which
No?
is why I love passion fruit.
I actually kind of do like it,
Yeah.
but it's weird.
I'm not tasting the passion fruit.
I mean, let's say this. Like Halloween was recent and I ate a lot of my son's candy. It's like, it doesn't compare to a Twix in any way. It's probably 10 times the cost.
Thank you so much, because I'm actually shocked to hear you say that, because
Why?
I feel like you prefer like more high-end, intricate, less sugary desserts, but it is, you just said this and we have it on
I
camera.
didn't.
No,
I'm just kidding.
like a Twix, there's no fine chocolate or fine fancy dessert that is better than a Twix, a Snickers, sorry, the plural, or just like the regular candy bars.
Light is not good.
Okay,
That's all I can think about.
she tuned me out.
I mean, I could argue with you about it. I don't even know where my heart really lies. I do think that expensive milk chocolate is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I convinced myself dark chocolate is good because
You're a grown up.
I'm fat. But I do think expensive milk chocolate's amazing and probably does blow a Twix out of the water in the right situation. But I don't know. It's like mac and cheese, right? Like Kraft is always going to be bomb.
I love Kraft.
Yeah,
Kraft
it's incredible.
You're right.
And Stouffer's. I grew up eating a lot of Stouffer's microwave mac and cheese.
For me, it was the ravioli. The canned ravioli is
Chef Boyardee.
Chef Boyardee is still.
Oh my
it
God,
for me.
SpaghettiOs.
Never got into that.
That's like the best taste to me
But
forever.
we can taste the aluminum. Like it's just
not
the
good.
best. It's the nostalgia. Same with like Velveeta. No.
I'm really in a Christmas present kind of state of mind. I'm doing it what I consider early this year, but I realized it's in 2 weeks. But I would get you, if I were close enough to get you a Christmas present,
Let's hang out a lot in the next few days.
I would try to find you a vintage Chef Boyardee shirt.
Well, I think that's what you should get her.
But you like the SpaghettiOs.
SpaghettiOs.
Oh, SpaghettiOs,
Yeah, vintage
yeah.
SpaghettiOs.
Oh, you're like on a vintage shirt journey?
Like this is vintage.
And do
Let me see that one?
It's really cute.
Mine is too, but I don't know where it's from.
where do you search, like eBay or?
No, I go into brick and mortar stores. Have you ever heard of those?
No, tell me more.
It's like an
go to?
actual building you can enter, and then there's items in it. So it's old school, but I kind of, as a throwback, a little hat tip to yesteryear, I go into stores and purchase items. So that's cool. I can't say where I go.
Have you been to Raggedy Threads in Little Tokyo?
No,
It's a good one.
it's a good name. Is it in that little square where that?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, then maybe I have been in there.
Good stuff.
Should we try the scone?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
From Proof.
Have you had a scone there before?
I don't think I've had these. Oop. Let me tell you, this feels so promising. Not for my cholesterol, but for this bit.
Wait, did I tell you that I have high cholesterol too?
Wait, do we all?
What?
I have high cholesterol.
Yeah. Did you ever fix it?
No.
Do you have any tips?
Oh my God. Bad timing. You eat scones and then get on Lipitor.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I'm going to get on Lipitor.
Okay.
How high are we talking?
I blot it out.
Yeah.
I blot everything out. This is amazing.
There was a scone off. There was a big scone debate. Right. Esther, your stance on scone was?
I don't remember. This one is perfect.
This is an amazing scone.
This is great.
Even our young naysayer likes it.
Mm-hmm. You did ginger. What
Oh
else?
my God.
Walnut.
Walnut.
Fuck yeah.
That's
I didn't get
good.
this out of my hand.
That's incredible.
Let's talk about why. Hard.
I can't believe you guys are agreeing.
I mean, hard is the strangest word for this. It's like flaky, light, buttery.
Hard outside. Well, because you know
yeah.
why? Hard, you're not going to find that in any good pastry. You're not going to find hard except for scone.
Yeah.
So that's, to me, a hardness is what a scone makes it
I
stand
don't know
out.
if this would apply to scones, but I feel like it's called like crumb in cake baking, like the outer browned exterior, but maybe not for scones. But it's the flaky, crunchy exterior with the soft. It's almost like a biscuit. We've discussed that, right?
That scones are like biscuits? I don't think we have. And I don't think they are like biscuits.
Oh,
Yeah, these are crumbly, but not flaky. I wouldn't say flaky. Crumbly.
are you trying to fight with me?
Yeah.
Oh, you want it to be our fight this
flaky,
time?
flaky is like a croissant, right?
I mean, to me, I guess you're right in the sense of like, oh my God, I'm literally covered in crumbs.
I know. That, by the way, that's a flaw of the scone.
And my doctor, I'm like, I eat pretty healthy. She's like, your cholesterol's through the roof. I'm like, no. And then you just close up on crumbs covering my entire shirt and lap. I guess flaky isn't the right word. Something about that light, buttery feel makes me think of flaky. Sorry.
Wait, how high is your cholesterol, Esther?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to know.
Oh my God, it's in my hair and everything.
The gym bros, they think high cholesterol is like a myth.
Really?
Yeah, because I think if you go on if your diet is like predominantly meat, protein, good fats, then your cholesterol is naturally, that's their belief. So they kind of just like don't listen to doctors who say they have high cholesterol. So I don't know.
I do feel like cholesterol is more of a mindset.
Okay.
Like, at least that's what I thought until I got my test results. But I just assumed because I
saw your test results, but
How-
your good cholesterol is also high.
Is that
I don't
good?
think it's like too much of a concern.
Really?
Yeah.
My good is high too.
Do you also feel like doctors don't know what they're doing? Anyone? Do you feel like you're getting mixed messages from your doctors? Anyone out there?
Let me see. My doctor said my Bell's palsy would be gone in 2 weeks, and here we are 2 months later.
That's crazy.
So,
But it's so much better.
it is, but I mean, my eyes still can't close, right? So,
Sorry, I'm turned away from you while I empathize with you. Just hunting for my light.
Oh no.
That's so sad about your Bell's palsy. 2 months is insane, girl.
thank you, by the way. The acupuncturist whose info you sent me was so good.
Oh,
so
that's good. I mean, I should try this person. I got a recommendation from a friend who had Bell's palsy.
Oh.
Yeah, but I've never been.
Yeah, poke acupuncture.
Oh, yeah.
Russell.
Yeah.
He's great. I cry every session
Why?
because it's more than just acupuncture. It's like a whole like mind experience.
Like he's talking to you or what?
yeah, like he's. I'm not
He's
kidding. Yeah, he
whispering.
does. And he has all these little like profound little things like in the room that you can read, and it's just like it's a really like it's a whole body mind experience.
That's sort of how I am experiencing my pelvic floor physical therapy. It's become.
Are they sticking a finger in your vag?
Yeah, they are.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
Uh-huh.
God, Esther, I can't believe you're doing that.
And can I tell you, it is, it's mind blowing because they're what?
It's just funny.
They're sticking a finger in my vagina
Yeah.
and like pressing on certain muscles in there.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, okay, someone's in my vagina. This must be sexual. No, it literally just feels like if you had a really tight like massage that you needed, like a tight muscle. It's like, oh my God, I needed that. But it's weird because someone is inside your vagina and it's not
This
sexual.
makes me so icked out.
And you know what? That's why I'm here.
Like, I want to be more evolved, but and I have a friend who also was doing this same therapy.
Why do they have to massage your vagina?
What an innocent question.
Because I have a hypertonic pelvic floor, which means that it's like really.
They sell it at Air One. That's what it means. It's a little tonic you can purchase at Air One.
No, it means my vagina is really tight, but in a bad way. In a very bad way.
only after pregnancy or
Yeah,
always.
That was my
No,
question.
only after. But it was like
Imagine getting tighter after pregnancy.
No, I know. I literally was like, I don't need a pelvic floor therapist because I thought you would only need it if like your pussy's falling out, and it turns out you could need it for the
I have
opposite
seen
reason.
the other side of it though. My friend got a prolapse after giving birth, and she does have to tuck it back in.
What does
a
that
lot.
mean? What does that mean? Her vag or her ass?
Oh, well, you can get both, Chelsea.
Okay, cool.
You can have a little rattlesnake rattler from like an anal prolapse,
Yeah.
but your vag can literally like drop out of itself.
And what do you do for that?
Push it back in. That's
No
what
way.
she does.
There's gotta be a surgery.
She does when you really have a pelvic floor like therapist. I'm sure there's a procedure you can do, but she just kind of was like, she had a really traumatic birth and she was like, fuck it. I never want anyone like prodding in there again. So now she just has to carry her vagina around.
I'm telling you, if someone put some fingers in there and just like pressed,
Is Dave fucking you right? Wait, hold on. So, okay, here's my question. How did you know you needed this therapy?
I didn't for a long time and was a lot of like trial and error, but basically I had all these symptoms that were like mimicking like as though I had like an infection. So it would be like always
oozing cottage cheese.
like always burning on fire, like really irritated, really tense. And the doctors were like, we tested you, there's nothing. And I was like, trust me, it's on fire. Like
And the doctor's like, let me test you again. Sticks his fingers up your crotch. Okay, this is just a standard test, Esther. And like he just keeps testing you over and over. So hot.
Well, that's what happened to me
I
in
know.
high school.
I am so sorry that happened to you.
Be really
That's
careful
fucked
around
up.
here. That is literally how she was molested.
By
Oh my God.
when I first came
What
from
a rat's nest. Hornet's nest? What is the nest? I've stepped into a nest of badness. Sorry.
when I
it
first
back.
came from the Philippines, I was 15 and I didn't know like how any type of like medical procedures were supposed to be conducted. And my family doctor, I would go in for a cold or like a hurt shoulder, and he would give me a pelvic exam every single time. And he would give my sister a full like exploratory anal exam. And then we were too ignorant to think, we were just like, wow, American healthcare is so thorough. That's literally what we thought. He would give us a head to toe. And it wasn't until later on when I went to nursing school where one of my instructors was like, wait, why did you get that many pelvic exams? And I was like, oh, because I had a thorough doctor. And he was like, no. And then I looked up the guy over the pandemic and he lost his license. I just had no.
Where's my camera? This is fucked up. Oh, they're both pointing to different cameras. Ooh, fuck. No. I know it's not that because that's when. Okay. That's fucked up.
I know.
I know.
Damn.
fucked
Yeah,
up.
not so funny anymore. But
Well, listen, abuse is prevalent and horrific, but
Yeah.
God, I mean,
nothing to say.
I'm self-editing. No, that's psychotic. But yeah, it's hard for me to think, I don't know, just someone sticking their fingers in your cooch. I know that is physical therapy postpartum or whatever, but it would be so hard for me to feel like this was a professional experience.
It is though.
Yeah.
It's a doctor, a physical.
No, I know it is.
Yeah.
I know it is.
And
I went to physical therapy after my baby as well because I had diastasis, or I still do, because you can only fix it with surgery. So basically you can improve it by strengthening your core or whatever. And I went to physical therapy for that. And she was like, in the US, there's no postpartum health care, whereas in other countries, it's like for a year, you're getting physical therapy or this or that. And here they're just like, bye.
it's so crazy. And I thought I was fine. And then it wasn't until like maybe 6 months postpartum where I was like, oh no, I'm actually having a serious issue. And I actually read this interview with, you know, the actress Zasha Mamet.
Yeah.
She was.
Is that how you say it?
I don't know, but I was only reading the article. But she had a similar thing where she said that for years she thought she had UTIs and she would keep getting tested and they're like, you're negative for UTIs. And she was like driving her crazy. And she found out it was the same thing, hypertonic pelvic floor.
Wow.
So it can cause.
So many people are listening right now with their pussies stinging out of control. And they're like, by Jeeves, I've got it.
I hope so, because it was actually really horrible.
What about ureaplasma?
What the hell? You have that too?
No, I think this is what I had for a long time. And I don't think they test it at any gynecologist because it is something, apparently, I just learned about this. You can pass it back and forth between you and your partner, because I used to get frequent UTIs when I was in my 20s, but only with a single partner.
Oh, listen, honey. There are some people who I've dated. I had infections on a constant basis. It's like, I think it's people who don't like have oral hygiene.
Something.
Make of that what you will. But you don't brush your teeth and I'm breaking out in hives. I'm just kidding. I didn't have hives, but I did get like frequent problems with certain people.
Yeah.
That's so real. I feel like you've talked about that, like where it's like your bacteria doesn't match up or
Something. Or now that I know what ureaplasma is, I think that's what I had, because it mimics the symptoms of like UTIs or BV or yeast infection, and it was only with this one guy over and over and over again.
Name him. No, I'm just kidding. No, people are so into naming people now. Name him. It's not your fault.
But yeah, congrats on your pelvic floor.
So how often do you have to do that?
I go once a week, but it's not all that. It's like I also do like I'm working on strengthening like the surrounding muscles and all. It's like normal physical therapy, except someone fingers you.
So you're like, is it like you're laying like you're going to get a pap smear or something?
It's like, no, just laying regular. No, my legs aren't in the straps.
Oh, the stirrups.
Yeah, it's more
Your
relaxed.
legs are together and they're having to force their way in.
No, they're just laying. I don't know.
Huh.
Butterfly position.
Jules, have you finally got your pap smear?
Yeah, last year I think.
Oh,
How was it?
I was scared at first because I kept seeing videos on TikTok where they said like it's so painful, like it's so scary. Yeah. And then I got it, and then the doctor just put her
Whole fist.
The speculum.
Yeah.
Speculum.
And then it was fine. It wasn't that scary.
No, I wonder who's saying it hurts so bad. Why would a pap smear hurt really bad?
I think like IUD placements, I think is supposed to be like very, very painful for some. And then they don't offer any type of like pain control or anything like that. Sucks.
I think pap smears though, if you are like clenching, then it hurts.
We all don't have tight pussies like you.
You're like, I don't know how to put this, but if you have an extremely tight pussy. What a journey through pelvic
Health.
floor health.
Yeah. So that's my story.
I have a question for everybody, but specifically you. How are we feeling about TikTok maybe going away forever?
Is it
really?
I don't believe in it.
There's been
Excuse me.
constant threats to TikTok though. I feel like
Well, they're always gonna make something else
Yeah.
other than after TikTok. Because before TikTok, there was Vines, Musically.
yeah.
So
I know. I honestly I haven't really managed to catch the bug for TikTok.
How do you get your information?
I don't know. I just haven't and it's weird because I'm very addictive with technology and different communities, but for whatever reason, I've just not. I'll go on there and I'll make stuff, but like in terms of scrolling for hours as like people in my family have said they do, young people, I'm like, I just am not.
I just sort of think that it's all like a hoax and a fraud, that it'll go away. Like I feel like the government and companies, they just put on these little shows for us and it's like fake.
You guys see those orcas wearing salmons as hats?
What? What did you say, bitch?
Of all people, you.
I would have, but I haven't. I mean, I will. I probably will tonight. See it.
So, as a fashion trend, there was an orca whale 37 years ago that started wearing salmon as a hat. And then the rest of the pod followed suit. And they were like, wait, this person is a fashionista trailblazer. We're all going to wear salmons as hats. And then now they're seeing the trend again. They're seeing this other killer whale wearing the same hat. And it's from the same lineage. They're suspecting of that same killer whale 37 years ago who wore hats.
But do they
basically.
have hands? How do they put the hats on?
Esther, they're very mobile in the water. They can just float the salmon and then push their head up against it. Look at it.
Oh, wait. But it's like sushi style salmon.
Stella, I don't know about that picture. I think that's a AI one.
Okay.
My question basically is, how do you guys feel about animals having fashion trends?
Sad. Really sad, actually. I feel sad about that.
Orcas do all kinds of interesting stuff, though. I mean, it is interesting. They seem to have generational things passed down like that.
Yeah, like Gladys, how she was taking down all of those boats in the Canary Islands. Did you hear about that?
I'm not
Esther?
on a first name basis with this orca like you are, but I have heard that story.
I actually love that name, though.
Gladys.
Yeah, her name was Gladys, and she had been hurt by a boat engine or propeller in the past, so she made it her mission to start taking down boats in the Canary Islands, and then her homies, jumped in on the trend. Weight loss solutions are not one size fits all. Everyone deserves to have a weight loss plan that is tailored to their specific needs. So if you're struggling with losing weight and need some extra help, it's time you check out Hers.
Hers is changing women's healthcare by providing you with access to affordable weight loss treatments. Their holistic program gives you access to personalized solutions like GLP-1 weekly injections that have the same active ingredients as Ozempic and Wegovy and oral medication kits.
Through Hers, weight loss plans are more affordable with compounded GLP-1 injections starting at $199 per month with a 12-month subscription paid upfront, no hidden fees and no membership fees. Plus, your personalized treatment ships for free directly to your door.
Start your free online visit today at forhers.com/Trash Tuesday. That's FORHERS.com/Trash Tuesday for your personalized weight loss treatments. Forhers.com/Trash Tuesday. Hers weight loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded. I don't love the idea of animals and getting involved in any kind of fashion trend just because fashion makes me so sad. trends, like trying to look good.
Really?
I
thought you were into it.
I am, but it still makes me sad.
Yeah.
And like when I think of
I think you have a similar fashion thing to me where it's like you kind of feel like you want the look of like not trying.
Yeah.
Because then you look cooler. Like it's like the worst. Some people really look good when they're being trendy and trying. But like for me, I feel in my comfort zone is like, I hate to say it, but like supermodel in her downtime.
Yeah, celebrity at the airport.
That's what I'm always going for.
Celebrity at the airport is like what that's like the highest tier for me.
I see you as a fashion icon though.
Thank you. I feel the same about you.
You avoided eye contact as you said that.
Because I wanted to get back to animals.
You're like, of course I feel the same. I'm not sure.
You are so good too. No, I just think of my dog as such this innocent little being, and I never want to think of her like having any like human struggles. I don't want
How
her
about
to.
your daughter? She's gonna be like, can you buy me?
I don't know. I also
What age will you do fake nails for her?
Never. I don't know.
I see teenagers with like fake nails, and I had fake nails. Like, do you have them?
Not right now, but I use
Yeah. When did you start?
like maybe 15, 16.
Yeah, I like started 13.
Me
had
too.
acrylic nails.
Me too.
And I'm like,
Acrylic at 13?
yes,
Yeah.
And I was like always like this in photos.
And it had an airbrush that said bitch on it.
Yeah, like shit like that.
Oh,
Giving
you
the
guys-
bird in my acrylic nails. There's a picture of me like in front of a Christmas tree with curling iron bangs, fake acrylic nails that are like frosty pink or something, hot pink, and like a perm being like double finger to the camera. But
Perms
now
are
when
fully back though.
perms,
Yeah, they're doing
No.
them really well now too.
I wanna
Who
go.
is?
You're gonna perm your hair. I know all the young kids are perming their
Really?
hair because the new way to do it, the way the Koreans do it, it's much healthier. It doesn't fry your hair.
for waves or for
For
straight.
both. For even
I was
really
thinking
tight
straight. My hair right now is blown out, but if I don't blow it out, I feel like it's so frizzy. And I'm like, I saw like my Pilates instructor, she has a straight perm.
Oh.
Oh,
I
that's
was
like a
like,
Brazilian
yeah.
blowout, right?
She called it something else.
It is the same, right?
Mhm.
What do you call it in the Philippines?
Ribbon.
Ribbon.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you want to get?
It's the wavy one.
Just
Your
wavy.
hair
Yeah.
is a little wavy though, right?
It's
Has
more some, but I don't know how to style it, and I don't want to curl it every day. So I think I just want to perm
Because
it.
you have very thick, heavy hair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to see the perms online and what they've come to now because mine was so bad.
What style was it in?
I mean, I don't even think you could call it a style. It was just like, yeah, I'll show you a picture, but it was just like the worst, like not waves, almost like I think it looks like spiral because they set your hair in rollers.
Oh, like the quinceañera spirals.
Yeah, like it just, I mean, not like that, but like it just was so bad. And then I had those bone straight bangs because I curled them with a curling iron and braces and fake nails. It's like,
Yeah, I had the
wow.
fake nails young too.
Oh, that's crazy.
I know, it's gross.
My mom had this. My mom and dad tried to infantilize me for as long as possible. So we weren't allowed makeup. We weren't allowed nail. We weren't even allowed deodorant or a razor.
Well, you're lucky that you're naturally gorgeous.
Oh, I was super hairy, and my tits.
You
were
weren't allowed a
budding.
razor?
I wasn't even allowed a training bra. Like my tits were budding,
This
and
has
it was.
turned a corner.
This is really
like
dark.
Cult vibes.
Yes. And then my parents, like my dad was very like, when we were home, I was 10 years old and he was like, they don't need to wear, I could stay in my underwear all day. And I would walk to the fruit stand across the street in my underwear as like a 10-year-old. I was like infantilized in that way. It was weird, Chelsea. And then got
Yeah.
fingered by the family doctor. So, I mean, yeah.
It's all starting to come together.
to paint a picture.
Thank you,
I
Stella.
forget what this is. You eat bananas, why?
Potassium.
Just admit it
good
at
for-
halftime.
It's heart healthy food.
If you want, if you're,
Yeah, if you're into
I mean,
it.
so you just started doing that because, I mean, it seems pretty extreme for just a casual thing, right?
Well, it's actually because I eat bananas every single day.
Uh-huh.
And it's just a food that I cannot live without. So we just started eating bananas on the show.
in case you need a snack, in case tensions are high.
I just don't know that I need a full banana right now.
You don't need a foot long banana.
No, and it says, of course, okay, so I just want to make clear to the listener, I myself have a podcast. It's called Call Chelsea Peretti. I talk about food all the time on it. And one of the episodes that we did a Trader Joe's taste test, me and Adam Scott, of like all these foods they have. And every single thing he brought had peanut butter in it. And this does as well, right?
No.
Did it say peanut butter or just butter?
Butter toffee.
Oh, sorry, I have PTSD. Or should I say PBSD? Peanut butter, suck my dick.
Okay. Mini salted pretzels tossed in buttery toffee. Obviously, that's going to be good, I would think.
Yeah.
Okay. Knockoff Ferrero Rocher. Ugh, that also looks really fucking good.
His chair height is insane.
Why?
Don't you think? Because if I don't know, if your legs are down, you're like sunken like this. If you sit up in that thing, you're like, I don't know. I
It's
think
probably like the perfect chair for Bill Burr. It's like
Right.
this. We're in the Bill Burr studio today. Ooh, I love a gummy with a white layer. Italian amaretti cookies. What are these?
So these are all the holiday ones?
French onion popcorn is really scary.
This bag is massive.
This is crazy. Wait, this is amazing. I don't even like French onion soup. You have to try this.
I just made actually a popcorn at home that I think you would really like.
What?
First of all, I popped it in a Dutch oven. Did you know you could do that?
I have like a stovetop thing that I spin like this.
Yeah, but you really don't even need to. You just you do it in the Dutch oven. You just shake it a few times as it's popping.
Whoa.
Then I put lemon olive oil on it and spirulina and nutritional yeast and truffle salt. It was so good.
That sounds really good. Is the olive oil like a lemon infused olive oil? What?
I do not like French onion popcorn.
You don't like onion flavor?
Not that much, no. In fact, on salads, I get onions off it. I'm a garlic girly. Tell that to TikTok.
I thought all garlic girlies are also inherently onion girlies. They're not separate.
Disagree.
No,
I'm
onion-
a garlic girly. I'm not
to
an
me,
onion girly.
onion smells like BO.
It tastes like it too.
Yeah. So
Oh, this is good.
no. It's actually not good. Come to my podcast called Chelsea Peretti, and you can learn more of my food opinions.
You don't saute when you're sauteing garlic. You don't add onion in as well.
Sometimes, but onion has like a more sweet flavor, and again, smells like BO. I think it's good cooked. I don't like it raw in salads, and sometimes I like it raw on like a burger.
I like it raw
Right,
with my
onion.
pelvic floor therapist.
Oh yeah, now she's playing ball. You had me feeling like a perv before, and you hung me out to dry, and now you're back for more. Little sloppy seconds.
You don't get gassy with onions?
Oh shit.
Can I tell you the honest truth to that? I have no idea what makes me gassy and what
Because
doesn't.
you're constantly gassy.
Yeah, like it's just I never. Yeah,
Wait, I have
basically.
a real- when you're constipated. do you
Yeah.
still-
What? What
Well,
about it?
She doesn't shit for weeks.
I know.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of friends like that.
What do they do?
I go try psyllium.
Psyllium
do that?
husk. But
can
psyllium,
put-
it's like a choking hazard.
No, it's not. You just have to drink tons of water with it.
You're gonna choke.
So my friend who works in the field, he's a butt doctor.
The constipation field.
Yeah. He was like once a week drink psyllium, but the thing is you have to drink tons of liquid with it or it has the opposite effect and it's constipating. But if you mix it with some juice and you drink it like once a week, that's supposed to kind of help you overall.
Do you not struggle with this?
I don't do it though.
Oh, so you
know
do,
why?
Why?
Too much work. I can't maintain consistency with anything.
Does that mean that you don't like have like a regular supplement routine either?
No, I do.
I would think that would just integrate in smoothly with your supplement routine.
Not the psyllium. Psyllium is like a real task.
Well, it's like the thing is I can't mix it with water and I don't drink fruit juice. So when I was having it and I was trying to be good about it, I would have orange juice and it would go bad because I only drink it for that purpose once a week.
How are your BMs?
I don't know.
How are yours lately?
They're unknowable.
Mine, I think, are feeling pretty consistent actually. And you know what I think it is? I have a grand announcement.
Okay.
I, for the first time in my life, wake up at the exact same time every day because I have a baby and I wake up with her. And I think that has made my BMs much more regular. And also probiotics.
I've started taking those again too. Pretty much any ailment that you Google, probiotics could help. So I've just been like, let me start.
But then also probiotics people say are like fake news. Like
that's what Dr. Teddy says, my GI doctor.
Well, that's a professional name. And we know you have good judgment in doctors. Whatever Dr. Teddy says goes.
You know that Dr. Teddy cold scoped me because I was like, do I need another colonoscopy? He was like, no, let's have a look at it now. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, let's just look at it with a scope and a camera. So we cold scoped me right there.
What the hell is a cold scope?
It's
you
just
mean cold sculpt?
Scope.
No.
Like an actual
cool sculpting.
No, that's what I thought. Wait, he's up your ass? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
And he's like,
My ass.
while I'm here.
When I made the appointment,
You like improvisational doctors.
Yes.
They're like, you know what? While we're up here, let's what?
Well, that is the best. It's so boring when they're like, you need another appointment for that. Like,
Right.
let's do
You're
it
like,
now.
Hey, well, I have boundaries. Let's go.
That's
I
exactly
know.
what he did. And he was like, we went up with a camera. I was on my side and he was like, look how diseased your lower colon is.
I thought you had to be out cold to get a colonoscopy.
No.
I was, and I certainly enjoyed that.
The Twilight they give you is the best 5
my
seconds of
God.
your
It's
life.
propofol.
I mean, and especially that I don't drink anymore or anything. I was like, I'll get one next week. Bring me back, doc.
Did they tell you whether or not did they grade your prep? Because sometimes they're like, yeah, you didn't prep very
hey,
well.
I have a hot tip for all the elderly listeners. You can, it's more expensive, but you can get a pill versus the liquid that you
No
have to
way.
drink. Yes.
Shit, I did the liquid.
that
and
new?
I suffered.
No, I just think no one says this. And so you can get it. I think it's like $100 or something. And you still have to drink tons of water and you have to take a lot of these pills, but you don't have to taste. Like for me, I'm so taste oriented. I don't want to taste that liquid all day long or whatever. So I did that. I was perfectly cleared out. Before at my appointment beforehand, my doctor was like, so don't eat any kale salads because kale really sticks to your insides. And I go, do you still eat kale salad? And she was like, yes, I do. And I was like, that's so disgusting. If you saw kale inside someone's colon and then you go order a kale salad.
That would never bother me.
Ugh.
People are so sensitive. Like, we were eating dinner and Ace took a giant dookie and then I just changed her like right there. It was at our house. And Dave was like, I'm in the middle of eating. I'm like, it's fine. He's like, I'm eating chili though. I'm like, grow up. What? Whose side?
I don't think anyone's on your side here. I'm going to guess that no one wants to eat chili with an open diaper next to them.
I was fine with it.
If she had the baby like before solid foods poop, I would be okay with it.
It's all the same.
Yes, that feels like the kind of thing you would see on TikTok is someone like making chili in a baby diaper and then sprinkling cheese on top. And you're like, why am I spending my time on this? You know?
That was like the most profound thing anyone's ever said.
Not at all.
For me, it landed in a really interesting space.
Wait, are probiotics a scam?
I want to
No,
go back
I don't
to
think
that.
so. I don't think so. Think about like kimchi and all these probiotic foods. Like they've been around forever and they're
Okay, yes. But the people who say that they're a scam say that the foods are not a scam, but
Right.
that the pills are a scam, which I don't want them to be a scam. I take them. I pay my good hard-earned money out of pocket. I want them to be real.
As the constipation queen, Jules, our constipation insider, what has worked the best?
Matcha.
Really?
That's what I do every morning. I drink matcha or coffee,
But that's just the caffeine is going to be.
and then I just shit. But sometimes, like I
You're
think
a woman
I
of few words, but when you speak it, you really make it count.
But sometimes when I think I overdo it, and then I think my body gets used to it, and then I don't poo for like 5 days.
When I was
5
pregnant,
days.
I ate a lot of pears and peas. Pears and peas. I had an aversion to salad,
Yeah.
which has sort of stuck with me, where now I kind of prefer cooked vegetables.
My acupuncturist is very anti-salads.
Yeah, it's interesting.
He
right?
says that they're very hard to digest. They're not good for you. And in Chinese medicine,
That's true. It's like
And he says for my Bell's palsy, no salads.
I thought leafy greens, that's like where it's all
Dude,
at.
Cooked, yeah, I don't know. I do agree with him in that my body doesn't feel great after salads. I'm very just like tight and gassy and just like overall
you should see
irritated.
Esther's doctor. If you're tight.
You're tight.
Do you use the 405 South? There's it feels nothing.
405 South. What
South.
could that even mean?
10 lanes, 15 lanes.
Lots of coming and going. You expect traffic. What fires?
Do you think the probiotics are good? Do you have?
I do.
You do. Okay.
I do. But I mean,
Do you think there are levels to the game?
I just think that I've seen enough. Listen, I've done enough Google searches for different maladies. I've clocked in a lot of time, okay, Esther? And it always pops up as something. And I don't know. I just think like I'm very wary of sites like that are super hippy dippy. And if I see medical advice on one of those sites, I'm like, okay, grain of salt. But I think once there's trial-based evidence.
I love a clinical trial.
Yeah, clinical trials. Let's look it up. Clinical trials for probiotics?
Yeah.
I think there is.
But Dr. Teddy said take turmeric as a medicine.
Okay, I fucking thought that I should get turmeric. Then I get turmeric. Then I Google it, and it's like this has lead, and it's not good for you, and you can get turmeric poisoning. Like, I'm so confused about all vitamins, and I'm scared.
You know, it's like gut health is now related to everything.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like depression, Alzheimer's, this, that, the other. So I'm just like, let me throw anything at it that I can because I'm certainly not eating healthy. You know?
Alzheimer's is now considered type 3 diabetes, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Because they're connecting it to gut health and just overall.
Listen, all signs really point to eating healthy.
But you're so, it's so crazy to me that you're saying you don't eat healthy, because I feel like I think of you as like cooking kale-based pastas and like just like making these elaborate California
Thank you.
cuisines.
Thank you.
What
Yeah.
about that one year where all you ate was bulldog noodles?
I had bulldog noodles every day, every night, and the pasta.
Do you know what bulldog noodles are?
No, what is that?
Basically, they're more evolved top ramen, but it's like so much
From
better.
Korea,
It's from
and it's
Korea.
so good. The Parmesan something.
And they have a carbonara one.
carbonara. Oh, it's so good. But then I got so big and my face was so puffy. And then I was just always constipated, and my mental health back then was so bad. But I loved it, but then I had to stop.
There was some point where like literally every day I came home and she was only eating bulldog.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not sustainable.
I did that in college though too. Like there's this restaurant in the Midwest called Noodles and Company, and I went there every single day for their buttered noodles. It was so good.
That sounds
Wait,
good.
I think I lied when I said Soup Plantation was coming back.
Oh, I think you did too.
I think it's a Soup and Fresh or some type of like offshoot of Soup Plantation.
I never had that because it was like California only.
Oh, really? Was
Yeah,
it?
we didn't have that. I think of that as like revolving around all the 90s LA crimes. Like Soup Plantation is mentioned in the O.J. Simpson Ryan Murphy show.
Wait. So in high school, the boy that I had a crush on robbed a Soup Plantation.
It's so insane.
That is
And it was
so
a
hot.
full-blown heist.
That's hot.
Isn't it? I didn't, because he didn't end up graduating because of this. I think he got
because he got so
arrested.
rich, he didn't need school.
But there was
had
another.
soup. He had so much soup.
There
that
was an
he
insider, another
He
friend
robbed
of
them for
theirs.
soup, not money. That was his main downfall.
Mistake. But there was an insider. She was working in Soup Plantation, and they like planned this whole heist, and they all got caught, and they didn't graduate. I remember this specifically.
We should make a Ryan Murphy series about that story.
Oh yeah, anything really. Just any story.
Not any story, a heist? Are you for soup?
No, it's good. Call him.
We should just have all our meals at Panera.
I don't think I've ever been to Panera.
I guess it's like a Midwest thing, and it has gone downhill extensively, and I want them to know that I feel that way.
What was your go-to there?
Like basically they had this thing called the You Pick Two. And so you could pick a half a sandwich and a salad or a soup. Well, it was actually a half salad. So then you just like combine any of those, and I would get the cream of chicken with wild rice soup. And what?
Well, I hate soup famously.
But
You must be a real soup lover because we've talked about soup for half this podcast.
I'm not.
Are you fully anti-soup for all kinds of soup?
Aside from I do like some Korean soups.
Like?
I can't say it, but the one that's cold where you slice you cut the noodles with scissors. It's like Namyeon. Yeah.
Namyeon, right?
But so basically I love that. I do like some gazpachos when they're good.
So you love soups.
No, I only love like 2 soups. But as a whole, I'm not going to order soup. If I have an option of anything with any texture differentiation versus a bowl of slop, I'm going to choose the texture.
Okay, maybe you didn't hear what I said.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
this
said
is
cream of chicken
that
with
sounds
wild
disgusting.
rice.
Yeah, and I heard slop, grit.
What I heard was 3 in the name alone, 3 different textures.
Oh, hold on. Chicken is chewy.
Yes,
Rice is chewy. And the cream is like a thickener. So it's like a thick.
When
have
is
something to say.
texture just down to something that's chewed?
Crispy. I told you I'm fat.
Rice.
I like crispy. I like crunchy.
But to insinuate that rice and chicken are the same texture is like,
They do have both a sort of glutinous. I mean, chicken.
Wait, I want to chime in on this.
gluten.
I'm trying to stand my ground on this point. Chicken would be rice-like in texture. Yeah, I stand by it.
And then picture this, little crunchy bits of vegetables in there too. Mystery vegetables.
I mean, that soup in particular sounds pretty bad to me.
I thought you were going to say pretty good.
No, a creamy, ricey, chickeny soup. No,
Well, what if it's in a bread bowl? That will please you as a fat
extra
person.
fucking yeah. It should appeal to me, but sadly, it doesn't.
I don't like rice in a bread bowl. That somehow is like sacrilegious to me.
Oh, stop it.
A chowder, sure.
That's double
and
carb.
Yeah, but like a rice. Okay,
specks of
Hey,
rice.
Esther,
I have
you
something to
ever
say.
sprinkle rice on like a pasta dish? That'd be good. That would be really good too. You should try that.
Wait, last week I said that I shoved spaghetti into bread. So
Yeah,
I
you sick
but-
Filipino fuck. It's so good though.
Race comes into it.
Yeah, you have to try
Cold
it.
Filipino spaghetti inside pandesal is actually very
It's
good.
the
So yes, I
best.
apologize for judging you that harshly, but I will say I know what you mean because since getting Bell's palsy and I can't use my mouth correctly, I don't like mixed media either. I don't like different textures. It's got to be one slop, one goop, or give me nothing because
But that's the opposite of what I said.
Wait, I
No.
thought you said you.
I do not like slop. You just said you
Yeah.
want slop.
She wants
You're pro slop. I'm anti
I'm
slop.
anti mixed media.
And that
she
means you're
wants-
pro slop. Just to recap.
Oh, so you're anti slop.
You like a slurry or a sludge that you can pour down your disabled mouth. Whereas I like good food.
Wait, what's interesting though is the 2 soups that you do like are cold.
It is
gazpacho-
interesting.
It is
Yeah.
interesting, and I also have been taking note of that.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
Yeah, and
You
you also
tap your
used the
little head.
word love. You didn't just say I tolerate these 2 soups. You said you love them.
And what do you make of that?
I make it that's weird for someone who previously said that they famously hate soup, but
I
you
do,
love
though.
2 soups. Most people like all soups. They don't love some.
No, a lot of you all seem to love soup, like across the board. Like, do you love a butternut squash soup?
I
You
do.
probably do with your sick ass. Like, I'll have that. First of all, it's too sweet. That's actually the
But that's
be
a
all. That's
choice.
the first and second point. Too sweet.
It sounds to me like you're just you're on a sad journey of craving the perfect butternut
Here's
squash
what's sad.
soup.
Here's what's sad. Skloop, skloop. Someone's spooning little liquids into their mouth. It's like, yeah, if you have dentures and you've taken them out and you need a quick bite, go for it. Otherwise, you have no excuse.
What about split pea soup?
Ugh, Esther, that's like the last one you should bring up. That should be like in your back burner for arguments for soup. I could name like 15 other soups you should name first, like French onion. Everyone loves French onion. I don't like it. But, you know, that would be one that people listening would at least agree with you. Split pea, you probably lost 90% of your audience.
What if it's just like a sick day chicken noodle soup?
I'm not into chicken noodle soup. I don't like it. Look,
I don't like it.
she doesn't like it either.
Well, I don't like it either. I was just trying
It's
to
one of the worst American foods.
I think so. That's a very basic. Yeah,
I
no,
agree.
thank you.
matzo ball soup.
I do think matzo ball soup is better than chicken noodle soup.
Yeah. Matzo ball, any type of bisque, I think is pretty good.
And also, there's a little something fun to do. You're cutting little bites off that matzo ball. All right, we've got a solid in play. Okay, we got a little something to do here. We're not just. Also, I have to say, I had a formative experience at a Hofbrau as a kid where me and my dad and my brother were at this Hofbrau and we saw this guy eating soup. He sneezed into it and then continued to spoon it into his mouth. So maybe that has something to do with my aversion.
Now we're getting somewhere. Okay.
Wait. So if you sneeze into a food, he
was like,
put it,
and then he just
my.
like in. It was
That's
just so
I
gross.
feel like I've done that for sure.
Wait, what about lima bean soup?
Ew,
Oh,
Esther, are you
Esther.
sick? Are you mentally sick?
You know what is? I know one that you would like.
What?
Picture a dairy-free broccoli pureed soup. I bet you'd like that.
It's interesting that you
Right?
say that. I would like that if it was good. Here's the actually I like a good cauliflower soup, but most of the time they're not good.
I agree.
Here's a test. We'll see if soups are good definitively. What's your go-to soup in LA?
I know.
What's your go-to soup?
I know what you're.
GTS. Let's go. What is
It's
it?
hard to find good soup
What?
in LA.
But it would seem it would be the easiest thing to find because it's one of the best foods.
Anything with tom yum, so Thai. Any
Okay,
of the
this
Thai
is a
soups.
cheat. This is a cheat. I can't comment as a white person.
That's not true. Yes, you can.
No, I do think those are. I think non-white people soups are far superior.
I agree. I think
My good soups are in the Midwest.
Okay, let me hear about a Midwest soup because we've already bombed on lima bean. What'd you say, lima bean soup? Did you really say that, or did I imagine that?
I love lima bean soup. It's one of my favorite
I
soups.
didn't even know that was a thing.
Crazy.
What
Is that
about-
like a canned lima bean?
No. You get it at like a Jewish deli, but most of them have closed down. But
Jewish people eat lima bean soup?
yeah.
Never heard of it.
What about like sweet and sour cabbage soup? Have you ever had that?
No, now we're talking about that might be what's making you gassy. Are you eating sweet and sour cabbage soup daily?
Not daily, but like that. Sweet and sour cabbage and lima bean are like Jewish deli soups, I would say.
Really?
And then,
I've
yeah.
never heard of either.
You're Jewish.
Are you?
And you lived in New York.
Are you?
I'm half.
But the wrong half.
Well, to super Orthodox people would say that, sure, but I know you're not that.
I am.
You're super Orthodox.
Newly. That's why I'm in pants. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know if you've really nothing. And okay, you have a good point because those soups have flavor and texture.
So much flavor and texture. Tom yum. So all the Asian soups are a go
Look,
for
she's
me.
like teacher's pet right now. She's recapping.
I can give you all the tom yums, guys.
But it's true. And then it's like, I don't know, I'm trying to, the best iteration of a Caucasian soup is
Caucasian
probably,
soup.
that's your format, is probably, I think, a cauliflower. Jewish soups, I've never heard of those. I mean, it'd be interesting to poll your audience.
Yeah.
But
Lima bean fans, hit
lima
us
bean
up.
soup fans,
Comment
hit
in
up
the
the soch.
Wait, do you have a soup that you like?
I'm a Chelsea. I hate soup.
She hates soups.
Yeah.
She's upset when we have soup.
And
yeah.
We always have soup right now for dinner because of her. So I try to just make.
Oh God, she threw me under the bus. We have soupy
Look,
things.
this is what I thrive on: driving a wedge between two people.
Between families?
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's like, when are you ever like, dinner time? Let me drink a bowl of liquid. You know what I mean?
But I think just in general, I like soupy dishes and stews. I don't like as opposed to something grilled. I'm always going to take a stew.
Wow, fascinating. Opposite. Total
Really?
opposite. Maybe that's why you got Bell's palsy. Just trying to keep it light, guys. Just trying to keep it light.
My acupuncturist said in Chinese medicine, it's one of two things. Either there was a cold draft
I
that
knew
hit your
it.
face.
I'm like, they're always talking about hot,
Damp.
cold,
Yes.
damp. I'm like, okay, I got to get out of here.
it's a cold draft, or you're severely anemic or like blood depleted.
Have you tested all your blood?
Yeah, I'm very anemic.
Really?
So
Do you do
that's-
iron transfusions?
I started taking Floridix because of Esther,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I don't take the iron transfusion.
Did it help?
I don't know.
You haven't retested your iron?
I haven't
Because I have kind of low iron.
I
in
got my iron back up.
How?
I actually went off the floor dicks because I was not
it's
consistent.
toxic.
No, I just
I'm drinking lead.
I wanted to, but I wasn't consistent with it because it's a drink, which contradicts something I said earlier in this podcast, but which is accusing you of not being able to keep up with psyllium husk being weird. But I take something called Easy Iron. Just if you Google that, you'll find it, and it's like a non-constipating iron, and that got my iron levels up. Like
Really?
truly, like there's proof
Okay.
and everything. I have receipts.
Yeah, because they were suggesting IV infusion.
That
I
might
think
be
that's
better
good.
for people who have sensitive GI. Yeah, that makes sense because then it's not causing you constipation. It's straight into your blood.
I got that
seemed
in the
freaky.
hospital too. After I gave birth, I got the iron IV.
Oh, you
Really?
did?
Yeah. Yeah. It still wasn't.
I missed your whole birth story because I was like texting you trying to get it, but you were like saving it for an iPod. You were saving it for a podcast exclusive.
Oh, yeah. I did do it on.
I was like, how'd your birth go? You're like, hold please. I'm going to do a special ep, a very special ep.
it
I
was,
still don't know how your birth went.
it was really good and also not really good. Like, I feel like the more removed
Very
I am from
Dickens.
it, like,
The best of times, the worst of times.
truly, like, I was really happy to be drugged up, and I was really, really just hated being pregnant so much that once she was out of me, I was like, you know the honest truth, that now that I look back on it, I was so scared after having a miscarriage and just of everything you read online of like not delivering a baby that was alive. Like I really lived
Oh
with
my
that fear,
God.
and I
Yeah.
never once even could let myself picture what it would be like to have the baby be born. And so as soon as she was out of me and alive, I was like euphoric because I got to that point, but then I was also ignoring other things that maybe like didn't go great. So that's sort of like, yeah. We can offline though about it. I'll tell you everything.
Okay.
Obviously, it would be so much fun to talk about.
Yeah.
I do love like my favorite part about your entire birth story is that you got an epidural at 0.5 centimeters. Like to me, that's historic.
It was. They had to like call several specialists
Get
to make sure it
clearance.
was okay. Yeah.
You know what? Speaking of soup, when
about my birth?
when I was about to have my child, they were like, "You can't have any food." you
Yeah.
know? And so I thought I was genius, and I postmated bone broth to the hospital, and I'm like, "It's not food." And then I fucking yacked so hard, like I wound up having to get a C-section. And I was laying on my back under the anesthesia, and I had to throw up. And they're like, I'm like, okay, but the urgency of needing to throw up, I was like, I am going to throw up. Like, imagine laying on your back, you can barely move. You're like, I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up. And the nurse is like, that's fine. Like, it felt like she was like, that's okay.
Wait, that is
Turn your
soothing.
head to the right. And then I don't know why. I feel like I hallucinated this, but she held a tiny, like, it looked like a condom. And she goes, throw up into this while you're laying down with your head turned sideways. It was like a prank. What if she was also a pervert? But yeah, I still to this day don't. And they made me drink like this weird yellow liquid, which I still don't know what it was.
What do you
What is
mean?
that?
Someone's piss?
Anyway, pretty gross.
Wait, we didn't. What is? None of these are good.
The French onion popcorn is delicious.
Oh, that's
and
the
I
only
think-
one we tried. Did you try the
Yeah.
pretzels?
No.
I didn't like the pretzels.
What a good ending to the
Yeah.
podcast.
I bet they're good.
They're good. You didn't like them? Too sweet, Jules?
It's too sweet.
Yeah, I think TJ's needs a new person in their flavor lab. What can I tell ya?
You're not totally wrong.
Food isn't easy.
It's not.
It's one of the most perilous journeys you can take.
I still low key like have this desire for you to like mentor me as a chef. I wonder if one day that I can manifest that.
Well, I told you about my popcorn.
That's true. That
you
sounds
could
really
duplicate
good.
that.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Although I'm really suspicious of the olive oil being lemon infused. Like, why is that? It just seems
I
weird.
love lemon.
I do
You
too.
could just do it with regular.
Yeah, it just doesn't fit the bill for me. The nutritional yeast.
It's so good. It was so good. I love lemon. So lemony, salty, truffly popcorn. was really good.
Yeah.
And then the nutritional yeast adds that like cheesy flavor. So
Right.
it's like,
That's what's throwing me off, I
I
guess.
don't know. I guess it does sound sort of weird, but it's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it's not like a creamy chicken rice, like
You are...
gravy. It's basically like eating gravy.
Is gravy bad?
Do you like Alfredo sauce?
Oh, that's so rude.
Isn't it?
That's so rude. That is like the classic.
Do
like,
you love it though? Just be truthful. Just live in your truth. Do you love Alfredo?
I don't, but my sister does, and it's embarrassing for me. It's triggering for me because of how much my sister likes it.
I have one more thing to say before you part ways.
Is it about Alfredo sauce?
No, I have once thought at the cafeteria at UNLV because I got a full ride to UNLV, so I had like
so
free
jealous.
reign at the cafeteria.
I forgot you went there.
I didn't know that there was biscuit gravy, and I ate it as a soup for a whole semester.
I rest my case. You literally couldn't distinguish between that and soup.
I could not.
think that's a solid argument for
But you're trying to tell
eradicating soup.
You're trying to tell me that you don't love gravy.
100% don't love gravy.
What?
I don't like something that you could call glop.
You come on this show talking all this game like I'm a fat person, and you don't love gravy?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you know who you are.
Well, listen, I think that sometimes fat people are frustrating. You know, it's like, you're like, hey, let's split a cheesecake. And they're like, I don't like cheesecake. And you're like, what? You, of all people, don't like cheesecake?
Guys, we love you. This is all comedy.
Listen, the only reason I think fat needs to be reused, you know,
I
like when
agree.
body positivity came about and people were like, I am fat and I'm taking the word back. Well, now that everyone's on Ozempic, I think I should be allowed to call myself fat.
I'm totally in support of that.
Yeah.
I'm buying in for you.
I'm surrounded. Like literally, I'm the last man standing. Everybody I know is on Ozempic. And I'm like, I'll be taking care of the normalcy department. So I'm going to get through it by tooth and nail, however I can.
I respect you for that.
Thanks.
I subscribe. You guys, thank you to Chelsea for coming back to celebrate our 200th episode. And I would love to hear what people think about soup. Whose side are you on?
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week with a brand new episode. And also watch Chelsea's movie on Roku.
Yeah, you don't have to get the Roku. I wish I had made that clear in the past. You don't have to get that machinery.
It's free.
You can just watch it online. Yeah.
Roku is free.
It's called First Time Female Director. My podcast, again, is called Chelsea Peretti.
It's so good.
Just
I'm so
went
happy
independent
it's back.
and would love you to check it out. You will hear a lot more about soup. And that is guaranteed.
Okay, well, interesting. I wonder what you'll say. We'll see you guys next week with a brand new episode.